Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back with another video for you today, and I'm back here with Max Forti, and we're collaborating here on our top 10 winter fragrances by niche brands. Are you ready, Max?
Ready to go, let's do it.
Cool, so please stay tuned. So I'm sure you guys all watched the designer edition of this video for winter fragrances, and so we decided to go ahead and put together a niche version, and for some reason ended up with 11 fragrances, so we decided to do an honorable mention. So my honorable mention is a new house for me that's, well, actually not really new, but it's not very familiar for me, this house. It's Jovoy, and the fragrance is Private Label. This is the coldest fragrance I have in this collection of 11 fragrances for winter. It's very dry, it's very leathery, it's very woodsy, and also boozy. Kind of reminds me of an old library with, I don't know, old books and things like that. And then, you know, older men smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey kind of thing. That's what this fragrance reminds me of. It's vetiver, for sure. But it's really potent, really beefy, really excellent for cold days. But it's also a very cold fragrance, so it's kind of contradicting. But for the performance factor, I think it's perfect for winter. So my number 11 honorable mention is Private Label by Jovoy.
It's a great pick. My option here from the house of Positano, which is an Italian house, kind of new to me as well. That's why I wanted to choose this as an honorable mention. And this is Boom de Doge. Which is an oriental spicy, a lot of cinnamon, a lot of resins here. It's got vetiver and a dry down too, which is really nice. Some woods, but a ton of resins, very opulent, very resinous fragrance. Great for the cool weather. I haven't gotten much, wearings from this fragrance, so that's why, it's an honorable mention. So we wanted to do an honorable mention. I figured, let me put this as my number 11 honorable mention because it's something that smells really good, but I haven't worn that much. So, Boom de Doge, my number 11 for winter of 2015.
Awesome, I gotta check that out. I don't know this fragrance. So, all right, so number 10 is a fairly newish one. I picked it up last summer at Lucky Scent Bar in LA. And since I'm a lover of coffee and boozy fragrances, I got the best of both worlds here. It's Sensei by Piotr Zarnecki, I think is how you pronounce his name. It's a Polish perfumer or nose. I really love this one. I think it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, all-time favorite coffee scents, next to Intoxicated by Killian, which unfortunately didn't make it here. But this one, I like it because you've got booze and you've got coffee, but you also have some dirty tobacco in there. So it's really awesome, and the fact that you can pick which strength you want to use or wear. And I'm sure for winter, I'd be going right to the extrait because I've been using the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum prior. So Sensei is awesome. Do check it out, and it's at number 10.
That's a great pick. I've had a chance to pick up that fragrance, Sensei, but I haven't really pulled the trigger, but I'm thinking about it for this year. I love coffee. And have you tried Barista, which is the same company that makes Treasure Island? I heard Barista is like an amazing coffee-based fragrance. Have you tried that, Sebastian?
I have tried it, and I actually thought it reminded me of Espresso Royale. And I don't have Espresso Royale anymore. I'm just, for some reason, it kind of reminds me of drip coffee, and I just do not like drip coffee. I like my coffee to be more like espresso. But there's something about the Sensei that I really like. So, I mean, I do like Barista, I just don't have it.
Got it. So my number 10 is the infamous Musc Ravageur by the House of Frederic Malle. This is a fragrance that we all know in the fragrance community. It's love or hate. I really love this fragrance. Number 10 because I don't wear it that much, and this is a fragrance that I pretty much wear for myself. This is a fragrance that you have to wait a few minutes, like 30 to 40 minutes, so you get to the heart and the dry down to really get to that Cinnabon kind of vibe, the vanilla, the cinnamon, because the beginning it's all about cloves, it's kind of harsh, some people can't appreciate this fragrance, but if you give it some time, the magic begins. So Musc Ravageur is a fragrance that I love, and it's one of my all-time favorites at number 10 for the winter niche of 2015.
Great choice. Unfortunately, I've never worn that fragrance. I do like it, but it just never pulled me in. So perhaps maybe it's time for me to do that. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so number 9 is a fairly newish house for me, but I picked up this fragrance when I was in Paris last January, which I hope to be picking up more come January next month. But this one's by Mona Diorio, and it's Vanille. I really like this vanilla, and I like the fact that it's totally different than other vanillas because it's vanilla, but it also has this very like doughy kind of an accord or smell. So it's almost like you're baking with lots of vanilla, and that's basically what I get. And also the fact that it also kind of smells like almost unfully baked goods, if that makes sense. So you can still smell the dough with lots of vanilla. It's such a unique scent, and I love this one a lot, and it's perfect at number 9. And I want to explore Mona Diorio a lot more in the future.
My number 9 is another infamous, another love and hate from the fragrance community. I think most people like it, and the people like niche. And it's Amouage's The Blue Beast, as we all call it, Interlude Man. Now, this one here is the magnetic cap, which some say it's weaker than the vintage non-magnetic cap, which to me it's fine, because I get 12 plus hours out of this fragrance. It's a smoke bomb, a lot of incense, labdanum, some resins, amber. It's really strong, really opulent. And there's an oregano note up front that it's a little bit off-putting to some. But again, once you get to the heart and the dry down, this thing smells fantastic and it'll last a long, long time. For cool days in the winter, this thing cuts through the cold, and I do get a lot of compliments. So it's, you know, number 9, Interlude Man by the House of Amouage, which I really love. It's one of my favorites from the house.
Awesome. I've never worn that one either, so I'll have to give that one a try. I love oregano. Okay, at number 8, I'm going with Nascimato's Pardon. Something really yummy about this. It's very sandalwoody, and it's also very cacao heavy and with some patchouli type notes. And I love the fact that these bottles are so easy to carry, and I travel with them. I took them to Europe with me last trip, and I'll probably take it with me again because they're so compact, but they also last a long time. The cool thing about it is the fact that they last a long time, but unfortunately they become more skin scent-like. I don't smell them on me because they're so potent. For some reason I get nose fatigue. But then again, some hours later, I still pick it up, and it's really, really cool. And I love the way Pardon is. I mean, I almost also included Black Afghano in here, but I like this one a little more. It's a little more wearable. It's not so harsh because of that cacao note. So Pardon is number 8 by Nascimato. Speaking
of cacao, my number 8 is from the House of Manchera, and this is Roses and Chocolate. What an amazing fragrance. If you like Noir de Noir, this one here enhances the roses, enhances the chocolate, and it's just such a beautiful gourmand, almost dessert-like. You know, this Valentine's, you know, when it's really cold out, definitely going to be wearing this. This you can share. It's very unisex or you know, gender-free. You know, it's all about, again, cacao, roses. It's got some cedar, some vanilla, some musk. Just a beautiful fragrance. It's awesome from beginning to end. You get a really gourmand blast in the beginning. Then as you get closer to the dry down, it's vanilla and cedar, which gives this really different and really nice dry down that I really absolutely love. You should check this out if you haven't. Really nice from the House of Manchera, which, you know, I've tried Manchera this year, and the prices have dropped tremendously in this house. So you can actually get some quality fragrance for a really good price.
I don't know that Manchera. Is it Manchera or is it Mancera?
Probably Mancera. I don't know if it's French or Italian. If it's Italian, it's Manchera. If it's French, which I think it's French, then it's Mancera.
Yeah, I need to explore that one because I love the combo of chocolate and roses. So sounds really nice. So, yeah, the prices have been coming down. There's some good deals out there for those fragrances. Cool. My number 7 is from the House of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this is the exclusive fragrance Ciel de Gum. I kind of tell people this is kind of like Red Hots because it's very cinnamony with amber and jasmine. So you've got to love cinnamon to appreciate this fragrance. And I really do love cinnamon, and I love the longevity and the performance of this stuff. If you can get your hands on it and you like those type of notes, I would highly recommend it. It retails for about 200 euros, so I think it's about $300 in the States. I don't even know if they sell them in the States. Probably one store might, but I'm not quite sure. It's sometimes available in Paris boutique, but it's an exclusive to Moscow, the gum store there. So Ciel de Gum by Maison Francis Kurkdjian.
Sounds fantastic. I definitely want to try that Ciel de Gum, and you know, I've been trying to get a hold of it, but it's not easy to find here in the States. My number 7 is from the House of Serge Lutens, which is a house that I absolutely adore. This is Filangui, which is pine needly, really nice, woody, you know, kind of resembles Sycamore from Chanel Exclusives, but a little darker, a little spicier. So if you like that kind of scent, you know, or Encre Noir, you're gonna love this. And I love the way it dries down too. It's really inviting, really cozy. One of my favorites from the house, as you see, I wore a lot of this juice, and I just kind of wear this in wintertime, and I go crazy with this. So Filangui is one of my favorites from House of Serge Lutens, and number 7 for my winter pick niche edition.
Awesome choice. I just ordered another bottle from FragranceNet. Damn, it's taken like 2 weeks for it to arrive for some damn reason, but I love that fragrance. Really, really love the fact that it's pine, but it's kind of sweet, so really, really good stuff. All right, so my number 6 from the House of Montal, it's Black Oud. Everyone knows this stuff. It's rose and oud and patchouli. I really love this. There are other very similar fragrances, especially one from Bond called New York Oud, and then there's another brand, an Italian, and I'm drawing the name, I think Tiziano, or I can't remember. Do you know that brand, Max?
Tiziano Terenzi.
That one, yeah. They have one that's very similar too. It's an oud and rose. But I love the Montal because that patchouli is more prominent in it, and I really, really dig it. And it performs so excellently. I picked it up on my trip last year in Spain, and I wore it throughout, and I really, really loved it. So Black Oud by Montal is number 6.
Awesome pick. My number 6 is a, you know, fragrance that I really come to. I got this last year and I wore almost half the bottle. This is from Naomi Goodsir, and this is Cure Velour, which is a leather-based fragrance. It's almost like a velvety leather with real nice tobacco in here and cognac. So it's so inviting, really cozy, really strong, lasts a long time. You need like 1 or 2 sprays in your set. It'll last a long time, and I wore almost half of the bottle already. And again, I only wear this in the wintertime because it's really opulent, it's really rich, but I absolutely love this fragrance. If you haven't checked it out, I don't hear much about it. Definitely one of the best leather tobacco boozy fragrances out there. Cure Velours from Goodsir. Really nice fragrance at number 6.
So we're into the top 5, and my number 5 is Luban's Idole EDP. The EDT is no longer in production, but I absolutely love Luban's Idole. I love the bottle, and I love the fragrance, the way it smells, boozy, rum with incense. One of my favorite noses composed it. It's Olivia Jacobetti, and I just love the way it smells. It's just a very intoxicating smell, and once I put my nose on it, I just can't get enough of it. So it's perfectly situated at number 5. I just love this stuff. And I'm actually looking forward to their latest fragrance. I think it's called Upper 10 from the House of Luban. And if you ever make it to Paris, go to their little shop. It's so beautiful with some of the history of the brand. So number 5 is Luban Idole.
My number 5 is from the House of Dior Exclusive, so Dior Privé. This is Feuve Delicieuse. What an amazing oriental vanilla fragrance. You have sour cherry, you have like a milky vanilla in the dry down, cacao pods, cedar, tonka beans, caramel. It's just, you know, an amazing gourmand, amazingly mashed together, just great for the cool weather. Dress up, you know, you're gonna smell delectable. You know, this is definitely one that one of my favorites from the house. It was one of the, you know, newer ones that I've gotten from the brand, but definitely won my heart. It's one of my top 5 from the Dior Privé line. So Feuve Delicieuse, if you haven't gotten your nose on it and you like gourmands, this one here will do wonders.
It's a great gourmand. I love it. Good stuff. All right, my number 4 from a house that no one really talks about. It's Floris, and it's Honey Oud. It's such a beautiful scent, comforting oud scent, and maybe slightly sweet for some folks. I was actually with some friends yesterday and having them try this, and they love ouds, but they didn't care for it. But hey, I love sweet scents, and I love oud, and I think this is the best of both worlds. Honey is also another type of note I like in fragrances, and this is really awesome stuff. If you don't know this, do check it out. It's like I said, gourmand, and it's oud. Lovely stuff. Perfect too. It lasts a long time. Number 4, Honey Oud by Floris.
Great choice. My number 4 was also my top on my fall list, and this is by Tiziana Terenzi, like you talked about, La Donna Nero. This fragrance has a slew of notes, but what you get out of this fragrance, you get a lot of amber, tobacco, cognac, labdanum, some musk, a little bit of malic. What I get out of this, it's like a fusion between Amber Absolute by Tom Ford and Enigma, or Creation E by Roja Dove. Really nice, really intricate, not as potent as I would like it to be, but you get a good 9 to 10 hours out of it, which is not bad. And for the price, you can get this discounted, so it's cheaper than the other two I mentioned. So definitely going to do wonders on your skin in the wintertime, and I absolutely love it. So my number 4 in the winter niche is L'Autunno Nero by the house of Tiziana Terenzi, which is a great Italian house. If you haven't checked it out, definitely have to check it out.
I do have to check it out, as I was mentioning earlier. Good choice. Okay, my number 3 choice is another one from Montal. I have 2 Montals here, and it's Intense Cafe. Intense Cafe is all about cafe latte with rose, and I absolutely love this stuff. And I like the fact that it performs so well, and it's so delicious and so comforting. Just really, really love it. I love roses and I love coffee, so I think it's the best of both worlds. Intense Cafe at number 3.
My number 3 is one of my favorite niche houses over the past couple of years. It started to win my heart, and it's something that, it's not really talked about. It wasn't, but now it's really gaining some popularity, I think, because one particular reviewer that I'm not going to mention his name. But this is Parfums de Marly Herod, which I talked about it in great lengths way before, like over a year ago. And it's a fragrance that I absolutely love. If you like Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, you're gonna love this. I think it's tobacco made right. You have cinnamon. It's very opulent, very resinous, lasts a long time, projects awesomely. You're gonna get tremendous amount of compliments. Whenever I'm dressed up for holiday occasions, this is my go-to guy, Parfums de Marly Herod. They have other great offerings in this house, but this one is my great go-to guy. Since I love tobacco fragrances, this is one of my favorite tobaccos of all time, probably in the top 4 or 3 for sure. So Parfums de Marly Herod's my number 3 for this winter niche.
Love Herod. It's my number 1 tobacco. Unfortunately, I didn't put it on this list because I find it a slightly bit too weak for me for winter, but just an awesome scent. I think it's a very classy masculine tobacco. Good choice. All right, so my number 2 is L'air du Desert Marocain by Tower Perfumes. Andy Towers created an awesome fragrance here, a masterpiece. It's a very dry amber with lots of spices, and the thing I like about this one is the fact that the Tower Oud is, I think personally, the Tower Oud is L'air du Desert Marocain, and I can pick up the Tower Oud from L'air du Desert Marocain in a lot of Andy's fragrances. So that's unique that way. So, and also this stuff really lasts a long time. It's one of my favorite ambers of all time. And as I said, it's a masterpiece by Tower Perfumes. So number 2 is L'air du Desert Marocain, or LDDM.
Awesome pick, Sebastian. That's a great, great fragrance. My number 2 is by the House of Chanel, the exclusives. By now you probably know what I'm talking about. This is Coromandel by the House of Chanel. This is all about white chocolate, patchouli, some resins here, some flowers, a lot of citruses up top with mandarin oranges and whatnot. And the dry down, you just get this beautiful white chocolatey vanilla with some patchouli to die for. Great for the cool days, awesome for close encounters, romantic situations. What a beauty of a fragrance. Coromandel, definitely one of my top favorites from the exclusives line. Make my number 2 this year for winter of niche 2015.
Last but not least, at number 1 is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle, Dominique Ropion's masterpiece. Now this one I really love. It's made it to my number 1 favorite rose scents list now. It's just an awesome rose. But it's not a girly rose. It's a very masculine, kind of dirty rose. And lots of spices like cinnamon and cloves, patchouli, incense. Just a really awesome scent by the master perfumer, Dominique Ropion. I get lots of compliments with this one, and I really love wearing it in the wintertime. And I love the fact that I have the 50 ml bottle because it's easy to transport on trips and stuff. So number 1 is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle.
My number 1 is one that I wear very gingerly. I know this was re-released, reformulation, not as opulent, not as dark, doesn't last as long. This is one of my favorite private houses of all time, which is Private Blend Tom Ford. If you know my taste, you know that I really adore Tom Ford and his creations. And Amber Absolute is probably one of my favorites, not my favorite from the Private Blend line. It's linear. What you get from the beginning is what you're going to get throughout the fragrance, but it goes from really strong, it goes from really beastly to strong to stronger to strong. It's always strong, always projects, always lasts. Great fragrance. You get olibanum, labdanum, some woods. You get some incense here and a lot of amber. What a beautiful fragrance. Awesome for the cold days. You don't need much, you know, 1 or 2 sprays right here and you set, you're gonna project and people are gonna, you know, just turn heads. It's one of my favorites from the house. Amber Absolute, my #1 for 2015 niche.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Max, thanks so much for participating in this winter 2015 niche perfume top 10.
Always fun, always a pleasure, and it's, you know, we didn't have any coincidences this time, but that's okay. You know, great picks nevertheless, and it's always a pleasure to do any kind of collab, especially with you, you know, Sebastian. Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Cool, thank you. Yes. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in. It's great that we did this list together. Now you can take some of these recommendations and pick up the fragrances and enjoy wearing these big and bolder fragrances during the winter months. Like this video, share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.